There you go. Tighter.
We took his book.
Well done. All right, let's wake the asshole up.
Wakey, wakey.
What's...
Well, come on, Sleeping Beauty. I haven't got all day. Now, let me get a good look at you. You look rough, fancy boy. This isn't what I was expecting.
Well, what did you expect?
That after years of hanging out in Parisian salons, you'd come back handsome and spruced up.
How do you know about Paris?
Nothing stays secret from a Niedzic, right?
Shit. Just read out my birth certificate, why don't you?
Abaurycy Niedzic.
Long time no see, Szurski.
What kind of a sick idea is this? Kidnapping me?
It's a joke! You don't find it funny?
No.
What does it feel like to have your life depend on me?
Enough of this. It's not funny, and it's not scary.
The fucking Szurskis. Always looking down your noses. It's because of you my pop died the way he did. And it's because of you I ended up on the streets. Well, fuck, Wiktor. We pulled the trigger together. There'd be nothing to talk about if you hadn't nicked Pop's pistol. So how come Pop and I were the ones to pay the price, huh?
I remember it a little differently.
Oh, now that makes me curious. Does it just so happen that in your version, you're innocent?
No, I'm not. And you're not either. But it's my father's fault most of all.
What a convenient answer. He's not going to defend himself now, is he?
I don't have any intention of changing your mind. We were dumb kids. I can't change the past.
Yeah. Full of foreboding, he desired to push away his memories.
You did? Where's that rat?
What the fuck?
Boss, it's the Cossacks again.
Come here, coward!
Looks like you've got a chance for redemption. Let's show these dickheads you don't mess with the shivs. You guys again. You shitheads better have a good excuse, because I was right in the middle of an incredibly important meeting.
It was fate that decided. We flipped a coin, and it turns out that today, we're practicing our boxing on you.
Feathers? A beak? I know you. You're... I can't remember now.
Fucked up, but today you'll regret it. Today I've got the Demon Master on my side. Show these cretins, Wiktor.
You never let me down. This is the best way to start an evening, at Niedzic's bar.
If we're to have fun, let's do it right. A round for everyone. Old friendships never die, right? Here, Polish, pure, the mother of all libations. Enjoy it! Who knows what piss you've been drinking abroad?
So, are we quits? I helped you out. Now, can we forget all that ancient history?
Don't be so sly, Wiktor. We're not squared up, yet. That burns nicely.
My knuckles are itching. Let's go somewhere and pick a fight.
Good riddance. Well, what do you say, Wiktor?
Returning to the subject of the past.
Fuck the past. We're in the here and now. Let's enjoy the moment. Cheers.
You don't want to talk about it? I thought that was why you kidnapped me.
I've changed my mind already. You better tell me what you're poking around my bar for.
It seems to me there's work for me to do at your bar.
No shit. I'll give you a hand.
Not like that. Thaumaturgical work. It seems to me there's a saluter here.
What the fuck? Who brought a demon into my joint? I'll give him... Although, hang on now. A demon is a good publicity. Hey everybody! From this day forth, the London bar will be known as the Demon's Den! Go and tell everybody that here is the only place you can do shots in the devil's company.
Listen, you keep on thinking about how you can develop your business, and I'm going to take a look around and come right back.
Go! I'm going to wet my whistle and see how you do your hocus pocus. If you need something, I'm here, and I'll give you a hand.
Vodka, revelry, extreme opinions, violence. That giant bird must enjoy it, and I'm sure it also stirs up the chaos.
Wiktor, time for penalty drinks.
Feathers, a beak, those eyes. Who are you? I can't focus.
Don't make me come over there!
Do I know someone with mood swings, a tendency for bravado, and a weakness for booze?
Have you nosed around my humble little hole in the wall? What's the word?
Well, well. How did you get your hands on all this?
I worked my ass off for years. I found myself in shitty positions. Sometimes I had to make people disappear. Pop wouldn't have been proud of me. Maybe it's a good thing he didn't live to see it. But then I'd have to kill you.
What's stopping you? You had me tied up in a chair.
Well, I sure did. Maybe the thought even crossed my mind. But I decided to give you a chance. Witness the kindness within my heart.
Your father was a good man, and didn't deserve for that to happen to him. I'm sorry.
That's true. However, we're alive. We're in the here and now, and that's the most important thing. And what a life it is, eh? Whether with your head in the clouds, or a knife at your throat, once eating ribs at Matzlov's, another buried in one's breasts. Moment, stay a while, linger. But before long, you're running flat out. Someone, whap, nabs you by the coat. But here I am. Every time, I'm reborn like a fucking phoenix from the ashes.
What is this bullshit, Abaurycy?
Wiktor, Wiktor. What I've been through belongs to me. Now I'm the king. Tell me, what else is going on?
Tell me something more about these Cossacks.
They roam around different bars picking fights as soon as they get leave from the Citadel. Sometimes we pummel each other and things continue as usual.
I've had a look around and some things caught my attention. I think they might have something to do with the saluter.
Well then, shoot!
A bucket of dirty water and a blood-soaked rag. Whose blood is this?
As if I remember everybody who's bled on the floor here. Every day we've got to clean up after somebody. Is that everything, or have you found anything else?
Did anybody die from this bullet that got stuck in the post?
Bullets fly every which way here. That's the atmosphere. Was someone killed? Probably, but that's not very unusual. Look how helpful I am. Keep going.
Who smashed your window?
how long it's been? 2 days, I think. This one Russian bigwig was really fucking irritating me, so I politely asked him to leave. What else can I help you with? Tell me. I'm at your service.
You like to go wild here, huh? Are you often the one who gets the whole crazy ball rolling?
You know I used to have a puppy. This little fluff ball was hanging out under the bar. I have a heart, Wiktor. I have a big heart. Not like those morons over there. To Cossacks, a game without a corpse is no game at all. For me, knocking out teeth, breaking hands, I'll take it. A stiff spoils the mood a bit. That's my opinion.
What happened to the puppy?
He was called Romeo. He fell in love. One day he packed his bag and ran off with that bitch. I'm sure he started a family. He's raising his puppies and reminiscing. Yeah. My brave little guy. But what were we talking about?
You get a lot of stiffs here then?
Where my corpse here lieth down. Something, looketh around. What do you call a lot? 3 a month on average, I'd say. Danis, that Cossack with a dick where his head should be, pulled out his revolver one day and wanted to play Russian roulette. Only with his revolver. But fuck it, I'm not handing my head over so easily to a butcher like that. Well then I'll ask you, is he an idiot or what?
I have to gather my thoughts.
Go ahead. I have to gather myself a little too.
Lelek!
What the hell did you say, Wiktor? You're out of your goddamn mind.
The Salutor's name's Lelek. Well, yes, the beak, the feathers, the trill. He loves the smell of death and he enjoys risk and foolishness, which he also fuels.
So let's go get Lelek.
Yeah, come on. Where Abaurycy is, Lelek could be as well. Maybe his flaw is speaking for him.
Whoever's with us is with us, and whoever's against us, fuck 'em. Come on, I'll show you places even the philosophers never dreamed of. Maybe your demon will be drinking vodka somewhere there too. Take a deep breath. That's the smell of Warsaw nightlife. Smell it, Wiktor. Relish it.
A bouquet of sweat, shit, and puke. And piss, thanks.
But come on, you'll see the true face of Abaurycy. And maybe you'll even find what you're looking for here. Welcome to my world.
Meaning what? That they've got a guy tied up in the back here too, and they're about to threaten to drown him in the Vistula?
I see the positive mood of the neighborhood has infected you. Wonderful. But you guessed wrong, friend. Here, well, magic happens here. Thought is transformed into word to penetrate the material and infuse the universe with tenderness. All right, let's drink, shall we?
A double barrel each, please.
People come here to tickle their palates with exquisite libations. Let's do a Milk of 83.
You're not messing around.
After years of begging and eating scraps off aristocratic tables, I'm not messing around.
You come here to get some fresh air away from the underworld?
I come here so I don't forget who I am. A poet.
Listen, I know that my presence inspires you to create poetry, so you scribble it down, and I'll hunt for traces of Lelek.
Fuck off, Wiktor. When I'm done, I can write a dirty limerick about you, you know? Well, how's it going, friend?
You've always had a silver tongue.
Don't I know it? Add to that a despicable past, and you've got all the ingredients for a poet.
Now, why are we sitting here instead of at your bar?
My lads, bless them, set me up a poetry reading once, but they're simple folk. they don't understand this poesy. They laughed when they should have cried. Cried when their hearts should have flooded with anger. I don't hold it against them. My bar trades on its reputation as a dive. That's how you make the most money.
So what's actually been going on with you over the last 15 years?
My father ended up behind bars, and as for me, the streets took me in, taught me life. I roamed around, got odd jobs, and when I was hard up, I went begging. I've got a tough skin on me, Wiktor, but the embers of poetry still smolder in my heart. Well, in time, I gained a new family, my Shivs.
We were supposed to go to high school together, maybe to university after that. Everything would have gone differently, if only.
We did the world a favor by fucking over that loan shark. One way or the other, Pop's debts would have landed me on the streets. If I hadn't told you about it, you wouldn't have hit on your brilliant idea. I'll sort him out with my salader, you kept saying. You were too unskilled at that magic business of yours, eh?
My Uper had only just come to me. I didn't know anything about being a Thaumaturge.
Yeah, and I'm sure you wanted to impress your daddy.
I trusted my father to help us, but he only told me not to interfere. He swore he'd sort it out.
All right, there's no need to waste your damn breath. He's gone, and we're here.
What is your plan? Would you rather the name Niedzic make people talk about the king of the underworld, or a great poet?
The poetic king of the underworld. Anyway, they already say that. The Shivs think of me as a bard, and the competition says so too. And since I've got them all by short hairs, they respect me, even though they can't string two proper sentences together. I've got a gift, Wiktor. I can't complain about a lack of talent.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Lelek is attached to you.
A demon following me around? Bullshit.
There are a lot of indications. Your personality, the things you do, and stuff like that.
I'd rather not have anyone sharing my head with me. Can you do something about it?
There's only one way. I have to figure out your flaw, which means pushing you to the edge. But it's not going to be pleasant.
Every day I balance on the edge. That doesn't scare me. Go ahead.
I found your poem. Did you write it in your own blood or that of one of your victims?
Victims? The hell are you talking about? Of course it was mine. I slice my veins open for art. That's how committed I am.
More like desperate. No true poet needs to resort to gimmicks. He just needs ink, and the world will hear him.
Shit. One more word, and I'll forget about our friendship.
There's nothing to forget. Our friendship is just a figment of your sick imagination.
Stab me in the heart. It'll hurt less.
Forgive me. I don't think that at all.
I'll chalk it up to your devils. Maybe one of them perched on your shoulder for a second.
The only good thing is that now I'm certain Lelek follows someone else. You're just the way you are.
It couldn't be any other way. A demon pulling my strings? No way.
So what? Should we continue our search?
Oh, Wiktor, lad, how that we tickles me. Come on, of course we're continuing. We have to find that little brat of yours.
What? You give up, you piece of shit?
Do you see what I see?
I see two morons wrestling with a lamppost. How you fellas doing? Who's winning?
It's a colossus, looking down its nose. Arrogant piece of... I swear it called us sons of bitches.
Well, that would piss anyone off.
All in all, look at it this way, Abaurycy. It is a little stuck up.
Well, that's true. If you look close enough at it, it could be enough to piss you off.
That's what I said.
You sure showed that lamppost what brave squatties you are. It's leaning now, so you taught it a lesson.
Do my eyes deceive me, or are you vandalizing city property? Papers, please.
I think you must have a screw loose, gents. Different rules apply in the bar district.
No need to show your ID, Niedzic. We've already got a cell waiting for you.
Well, I don't think so. Go ahead, Wiktor.
Well, you sure gave that the Cossack treatment.
And what? You guys were so worn out from fighting a lamppost that you didn't help?
It was fun to watch. Niedzic and the magician in action? It's a fine sight.
Time to keep an eye out for Danis. He was injured in the fight with the Colossus and got lost. I think.
Maybe the Ataman ended up at the Lockstock.
Where?
The Lock, Stock, and Barrel. This Ruski bar up the stairs here. Competition.
The night's still young. There's excitement ahead.
Let's follow them. Since I haven't yet found Lelek, that could be just where he is.
Cheers, Ivan, my friend.
Mr. Niedzic, well, I've got clear instructions.
Don't be silly. It's a beautiful night out. Rare when we see stars over Warsaw. But now look. 1, 2. If you count them all, you'll know the extent of my gratitude.
Well, all right, go on in. I'm fond of you, Mr. Niedzic. I'm just doing my job.
You see? That's respect. This is what they call a private party? What is this, a wake? Good thing we showed up. Double barrel for me. Actually, make that 2.
What? You eavesdropping, magician?
Lock, stock, and barrel? Or the London bar?
The Demon's Den!
You taking a fucking survey? Are you spying for Niedzic?
Sheer curiosity. I work for nobody. I'm the one in charge of...
Devils, I know. Get out of here. I can't stand the sight of you.
You sitting there so quietly. How about a little game? You play Russian roulette here, lads? Or are you too soft?
Ha! Think you're harder than me? I eat Russian roulette for breakfast. Let's play.
Did someone say Russian roulette?
Show us what a tough guy you are, pretty boy.
6 chambers, 1 bullet. Ready to start?
Wait, Wiktor. Let's play with mine.
Yours will do too.
It will be more interesting that way.
Does this remind you of anything?
My turn. It was nice knowing you guys. And you, Wiktor, if fate so ordains, we'll speak in hell. Well, 4 more. We're starting round 2.
Is that how it was with Pasha? Do you wonder if you're going to wipe the remains of my brain off your face?
Shut your trap.
What? You shit in your pants? Gods of Chaos, watch over me. That's the end. We know what's waiting in the cylinder.
You brave enough to cross even that final boundary?
Enough, gentlemen. We were kidding around. Danis, there's nothing in there. I didn't load it.
Pasha ran out of luck and lost his shashka, right?
You're lying, Niedzits. You're all lying. You think I'm scared of death? The sight of me makes the Grim Reaper quake in his boots.
Well, go ahead.
Watch carefully. Bullets have no effect on me. The end will never come.
What are you talking about, Danis? Let's get to drinking. The night's still young.
You don't understand. None of you. Leave me alone.
I don't want to hear another word. Get out!
Shut it, Selim. Or I'll find a loaded piece and shoot you dead. Give me a second. To get my thoughts together. I have to.
Let yourself feel the pain that's consuming you. You need it.
Pasha, I'm sorry. I haven't mourned you.
Danis, pull yourself together. Come on!
No, Selim, I have to. You too as well. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Don't say anything. No words are necessary.
Seems to me we should drink a toast to the dead.
Danis, we are your brothers forever, till the day we die.
Come on, let's leave these scoundrels alone. We've got stuff to talk about. What a poetic experience. I can feel it in my bones, as if I were part of something grand, you know?
You carry an unloaded revolver?
Anybody can pull a trigger. I use it to smash heads. And balls. But tell me, did you catch the little sprat?
Yeah, I did. But it wasn't easy. It still isn't.
Was it worth it?
I don't know. At least now it won't be Lelek deciding Danis's fate. And that's always a good thing.
Anything that lets you sleep at night, friend.
Forget sleep. Now I need hypnosis. Thanks for today, Abaurycy.
Oh, no, hold on now. The night will end when I say so. Come here.
I really don't have the energy anymore. Respect that.
I didn't kidnap you just to let you go that easily. No, sir. There's no better medicine than aquavita. Let's go drink. Pour. To us, to you, to vodka. Show her your demon, Wiktor. Guess not on my shoes. Wiktor, boy. Maybe you aren't at all such a prick as Satanisław was. 99 bottles standing on the wall.
Hey!
Well, hello, Sleeping Beauty.
My head's about to explode. What the hell are we doing in front of my house?
The front steps got the better of you. But Wiktor, to hell with that. What a night we had. Admit it. If you're looking for fun, do it with Niedzic.
Well, I admit, it was quite...
Schmite. It was spectacular. And we both know it.
We'd better get away from here, if Ligia finds us.
Ligia! And by what fault do your eyes burn red, hot, while your mouth is like honey? You trust overmuch in my virtue?
I see you're looking after our good name, brother.
At your service, sister. You know that for me, our family's good name always comes last.
I'll pretend that those words are a product of your present indisposition.
Ligia, sweetheart, don't listen to this idiot. It's the booze talking, not him.
Can you make it home from here, or do you need a hand?
But those 5 rubles, remember?
If I needed a loan, it was because I'm broke.
Then go fish around at home. A gold watch of Satanisław's would come in handy. He doesn't care anymore.
Satanisław? Here, from now on you can cover your own tabs. Maybe you'll even start paying for your own telegrams. And now, pardon me, but I have things to do in life. Once you've dragged yourself home, brother, I'd like a word with you.
All right, don't worry about it now. We'll have a chance to meet up. Next time, you're buying.
Next time?
So you think I'm done with you? One night like this is too little for us to be squared up. I know not why others stare, lest it's at our drinking fair.
The plan is simple. Bashka has a stand around the corner where she sells moonshine. You've got the money, I've got the will, everything fits. The evening is set.
You're a real strategist, brother.
Then, the bald guy looks to his left, looks to his right, and pooh! Smacks the cop right in the face.
Calm down, don't go hitting me now. Has anyone ever told you that you get overly excited about certain things?
Name?
Szulski.
From those Szulskis? Well, well, your daddy will be happy.
Just like my daddy when he hears that I've been leading little Wiktor down the wrong path again.
Shut your mouth, punk, or my deputy will put a precautionary bullet in your right butt cheek.
Abaurycy wanted to show me his father's store. He picked a bad moment. I didn't need Thaumaturge to feel his shame at that moment. We can go. Now I'm ashamed of what I felt back then. I felt superior.
Wiktor, my old man will kill me when he finds out this was our doing.
Don't go yellow on me now, brother. First off, it wasn't our doing, it was mine. Second, keep a lookout if anybody's coming. I have to focus. Setemin's a prick. Look, it's so pretty.
You've made the eye a little crooked. Wiktor, get it through your fucking head. I don't give a fuck about the Shulsky family money. This is a matter of my pops and my honor.
All right already, calm down. I have a different plan.
What plan? Because if Satanisław is involved, I'm out!
Calm down, it's not like that, but we have to get into his office. I don't want to see it. We didn't realize what we were doing. We were still children. Mieszko Setemin was a scoundrel. He ruined many people's lives. This is my pride. The same you clung to. Barely discovered, but it was what pushed me into it. It got the better of me at the time. Are we all like that? Is every Thaumaturge enslaved by their flaw? I was tormented by guilt for a long time. But eventually, that event made me who I am today. Didn't it? Let's say 2 taps mean yes and 1 tap means no. Do you understand? Have you seen the perpetrators' faces? Do you know who they are? Does it have anything to do with a certain well-known Warsaw thug, Abaurycy?
A few days, Mr. Digits. A few days. You see this guy?
Mr. Niedzic, I'll pay it back, I swear. They're running tomorrow at Mokotów racetrack. I'll win. Deal?
We had one as long as you paid your dues.
I'm begging you.
Quit your bawling. You'll get tear stains on my rug. It's Persian. You look tired. Want a coffee?
Whenever I see you, you torturing somebody. Is there something you want to talk about?
Don't you psychoanalyze me. Just tell me if you want coffee.
What kind of performance was that?
He owes me money. And what did he spend it on? A house? His kids?
On the races. This time it was a sure bet.
Sure, on a horse that stumbled in front of a speakeasy and had to be shot.
I want my 12 rubles.
Please, don't let him. I only owe 12 rubles.
You'll make it up to me. Every kopieka.
Yes, I'll repay it all. Thank you, Mr. Niedzic.
We're not saying goodbye yet. The boys will take you to stage 2 of our little chat. Get him out of here. So, how'd you take it? Black or cream and sugar?
Black, strong, no sugar.
Tell me what brings you here.
There's a certain woman who would like to disappear from Warsaw. Conventional transportation isn't an option.
What exactly do you mean by disappear?
I don't want to kill her.
It's Warsaw, Wiktor. We have a lot of options. We can ship her out of the country, send her to a brothel, kill her, and use the corpse to fertilize geraniums. So be careful what you wish for.
I'm looking for safe and discreet transportation to Vienna. On the double quick.
Sadly, the shivs can't help. That's not our line. Passport policy is a nightmare, and smuggling will get you the news. Not worth it. But I know a man, Javier something or other. Although finding him might be tricky.
What kind of name is that? Argentinian? Spanish?
Who the hell knows? Maybe he had a sailor for a dad.
You know anything more about this Javier fellow?
He's a legend. He smuggled socialists, contraband. Recently, he hid 7 kilos of TNT inside biographies on Scowan.
Why is he so hard to find?
Because he's the best at what he does.
You know where I can find him?
Thank the gods of chaos that you've got a great buddy like me. You should talk to Forman Romek. He usually recruits day laborers in the Powieśle district. He knows everybody there.
Thanks. I'll head off.
Not so fast. Have you been to Powieśle since you got back from your travels?
I remember us trying to pinch some Graham rolls from old Marciniak's stall.
Me too! He sicked his dog on us, and we had to jump in the Vistula. Ligia saved us.
Ligia would rather have saved that dog.
Stuff goes on there that make your blood curdle. The locals can't stand outsiders and protect their own. Don't go around grilling random people.
Thanks. I can handle it from here.
Your coffee.
You seem happy. What's going on?
Saturday. That's what's going on.
I'm pretty sure today's not Saturday.
Live your life like every day was Saturday. What brings you here? You want to quote me? Then start writing. Here goes a poem.
If I want poetry, I'll read some Konopnicka.
In Śródmieście, the bastards went on strike. And that's something I don't like. So I grab an axe in my hand.
This is a serious story. Workers deserve some respect.
Shut the fuck up and write. I grab an axe in my hand and... Wiktor, give me a rhyme.
I will try not to get the clap in my rear end.
Good one.
W.S. I expected more of you.
I thought the press lived off that kind of scoop.
The press has its limitations, W.S. But we journalists at least try to make a change, unlike many others.
What was that about?
Don't worry. It's just a shitty situation. Do you want to come by for a drink? I can tell you all about it then.
Sure, lead the way. Well, speak.
W.S.? Seriously? How lame is that? Anyway, the sewers in the neighborhood were commissioned by Neumeier, but the workers just dug it all up, and now they're on strike or wandering around. And when I send my shivs after them, more flood in. Do something before I kill them all.
Maybe a friend Romek could help. They say he's a good chap.
Stop bragging about your adventures. I'm suffering here. You gave him a fat lip, and you got a life lesson. Nothing to get dramatic about.
What's in it for you? I didn't catch that.
It was going to be so great. With the sewers, people would stop pissing on my door, but they just keep digging.
Why are the workers on strike?
Neumeier, their employer, fired a few of them, so the guys got pissed and started a riot.
Maybe I could talk to them.
Be my guest. Those that were fired are hanging out in my bar and drinking. And those who still have jobs, you can find them in the southern part of the district. Follow those trenches they dug. You won't miss them.
So who is that Neumeier?
He came from Germany. Decent fellow. They say he's got some experience in that sort of enterprise.
Since when do you regard decent people?
Since the sounds of construction keep banging in my ears. The guy has an office on Poznańska Street. You'll see a sign.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. Whatever makes them go back to work. Whether you do some hocus pocus or send a demon after one of them, I don't mind. How about we come up with some buddy names for us?
Great idea. I'll leave it up to you.
Man, I won't let you down. Wiktor, tell me, does the blood on the pavement by the entrance really stand out?
I didn't notice anything.
Great. So what brings you here this time?
I'm interested in Warsaw's underground scene.
Ask a mailman. Say what you want to know.
There's something else.
The booze doesn't judge. Shoot.
I'm sorry, I think I'll deal with it some other time. Done. The wheels are in motion. I'm accepting compliments.
I could kiss your forehead. How did you manage to do that?
It turned out Neumeier had a purebred horse. It was worth enough to re-employ all the people he had fired. So he decided to sell it.
How generous. And voluntarily, of course.
Of course.
Believe it or not, I've been quite busy myself. Listen to this. Spirit King and Phantom Prince. Or, better yet, Poet and Pilgrim. Get it?
You're the poet and I'm the pilgrim because I've traveled a lot?
You bet. And fuck that guy with his WS. So see you around, Pilgrim. Pilgrim! How glad I am to see you in my humble abode.
Tell me, what kind of action have you got coming up?
There's this guy, Kafar, from Różyc. The bastard thinks he can mess with the left bank. He and his people seized one of mine, Max. Said he owed them. He got away, but there's still bad blood. I thought I might explain a thing or two to Kafar. So, shall we go there?
Why don't the shivs deal with it?
You offer an adventure to strengthen the bond in good faith, and this is how he treats you. I love my boys, and don't tell them that, but you've got to be nifty here and know some magic. Come to Różyc with me.
You have my grimoire.
Yes, that's what I like to hear. Come on, let's show Kafar we mean business. I won't have anyone going after my people for some imaginary debts. Look how beautiful it is. The babble of fishwives, the cursing of longshoremen, and there, marshmallows are being cut on a chopping block. Oh, and there my dad used to have a stall. Well, never mind. Where do we find that wise guy?
There, in a shack in the southeast. His people usually stand by the entrance.
Let's go then. But you go with the shivs and lock Różyc so that Kafar knows this is serious. And so that none of those bastards get away.
I can't let you stick your neck out for me, boss.
Not just me. It won't be the first time we beat on some knaves with Wiktor.
We have some experience in getting rid of wicked men, and bigger ones too.
Loan sharks. The whole town was in Mieszko Secemin's pocket. Everyone was afraid to look him in the eyes. But not me, and not Wiktor. We rid Warsaw of that scumbag. So don't you worry. Kafar is a piece of cake for us. Go on, close the gates.
On it, boss.
Today, my dear Wiktor, we will embark on a sentimental journey. A long, long time ago in the Mermaid City lived a brute, the leader of 40 grafters, keeping order at Różyc.
Let me guess. We are the righteous warriors who will teach him a lesson, right?
You know it. We are some helpful bastards, aren't we?
You seem to be in awfully good mood.
Well, sure. It's just like the old days, isn't it? You and me against the world. Old pals pledged their loyalty, their voices like a sling projectile. Besides, the Różyc lads are really fun to smack around. Oh wait, speak of the devil. Here they are. Let the fun begin.
What do you think you're doing? Closing the gates, kicking up a shindy? You shouldn't show up here, Niedzits.
Yes, I know. You're intimidated by the sight of an intellectual. It's time to write the first chapter of today's tale on these ruddy mugs. I will call it The Pilgrim and the Poet K. Oh, Wiktor, that was truly exquisite. Can you smell the aroma of Madeleine wafting through the air? When you smacked the tallest one, I almost shed a tear.
And this is just chapter 1. Time for chapter 2?
Sure thing. And we can do anything we want in it. It just has to end with us paying Kafar a visit. After all, I'm on official business here. This is our time, Wiktor. And time is like a little partridge, running fast as fuck. We need to take advantage of that.
Hold on, scumbags! I'm talking to you.
What did we do to deserve that kind of treatment from the authorities?
Authorities? What authority? He's just the corrupt copper.
You must have a death wish, you lice-ridden mongrel.
Lovely. Another one to be made into mincemeat. Let's go, Wiktor. Although, upon careful consideration, the process won't help much in this case.
Oi, let me just... Get out of here, bastards!
Abaurycy, do you remember how we used to make fun of the constables to make them chase us?
I sure do.
Hey, ugly. It's in your pocket and it's gonna muck it.
What?
Shit a lot.
I'm gonna tear you apart.
This one lacks a sense of humor. Chapter 2, The Pilgrim and the Poet Saw.
What are you joshing for? Niedzits, this ain't your turf. Why the hell did you come here raising a stink?
Get out of our way, plebeian.
Wait, Abaurycy. Take a look at him. Doesn't he look like...
Samson the Thug! The same beady eyes are straying in search of reason.
What did you say?
You look like a hothead from way back who stood in our way. Shall we do the same as we did with the other one?
We're from the Franciscan Sisters to see the Honorable Mr. Kafar, whose generosity is widely known on both sides of the Vistula. We're collecting money for a wooden figure of Christ by the puppet maker Geppetto. We're going to raise money together once his oak limbs come to life.
What? Is there such a puppet maker?
Fuck, I can't keep my countenance like I used to. You can't talk to this idiot.
I'll get you for this.
Kafar, you fucker.
Niedzits, you snitch. You always drop in unannounced.
Did you hear that? A loan shark calls me a snitch? The scumbag.
Next time, I'll send you a note. I want you to stay the fuck away from my people, especially Max.
And what are you going to do? I've got a reputation here. You'd best shut your trap and bark up a different tree.
He's going to get his trap smacked. Let's get him.
So what's your version of the story?
Who cares? I didn't take you to have a conversation with him.
The darkest place is under the candle. Your Max nicked something important from me to sell it himself.
Sugar?
How?
Never mind.
Yeah. Max wanted to sell right under Niedzits' nose. By getting square with him, I'm doing you a favor.
Shut your trap! Wiktor, I'm getting impatient.
Listen, maybe this time we can use our heads. As it happens, Kafar has a small intoxicating secret.
What do you mean? We're not going to shoot the scumbag? Then our sentimental journey won't be complete, and I will have to rewrite the final chapter.
Kafar is afraid that his sugar smuggling will be exposed. He does it behind the manager's back.
You've really impressed me now, Wiktor. Well, magic, bitch. You're not so tough now, are you?
And who's going to believe you, fancy boy? Get out of here.
So how about we fuck him up?
Let me show you one more trick. Chapter 3. You can see yourself in an expensive frock coat, surrounded by stall keepers who show you favor and respect. They stare at you like dogs. How delusive it is. One word about your sugar, and it all bursts like a bubble. You've got nothing. Humiliated, defeated, you rot in oblivion.
It's all lost. No! So many years of effort, kissing the manager's ass, squabbling with those bastards from Rozhitz. I can't make it in jail.
Unless?
All right, Mr. Niedzitz. Whatever you want. I've already forgotten about Max. All squared up?
I think we can work it out.
Well, this is what I call a happy ending. We beat up a few thugs, and we taught them a lesson. Well, if that was an evil deed, then the Tsarist government would have arranged Warsaw differently. The loan shark is defeated, and justice prevails eventually. Although I hope we would shoot him. But the magic tricks are fine, too.
I wish I had been able to do all that magic stuff 15 years ago.
Do you think that if you had charmed Setsemin back then, Satanisław wouldn't have sent you away?
If the loan shark hadn't died, you wouldn't have ended up in the street and your father in jail.
But if you hadn't gone, you wouldn't be the Thaumaturge you are now. Damn it, Wiktor, I wouldn't be myself either. You better tell me why it was my dad who swung for it, not us. Honestly. We came back, Satanisław took you into his office for questioning, and then what?
Father never raised his voice. I wished he had screamed and been mad at the time, but all he did was talk. From time to time, Balberit would show up and look at me. I thought I would die that day. Then I heard your father would answer for the loan shark's death, and you and I would get away with it. Stanisław told me to pack and take this gun with me, to remind me that it wasn't just the lone shark who lost his life that day.
Right. My dad would rot in jail, and yours had to sell antiques.
You don't know everything. My father was forced to let one rat inside his home. Ivan Konieczkin.
No shit. Satanisław snitched to the Ochrana? That's tough. Do you think your old man was right to expel you?
No, I still hold the grudge against him. I've never felt as unwanted and lonely as I did then.
He tried to protect you. Don't you get it? My dad wouldn't have wanted me to rot in jail instead of him either. Even after everything. Never mind. Each of us had his share of suffering. And now, we're here drinking vodka as winners. Kings of life, lords of death.
I have to admit that this is some quality vodka.
Agreed. It burns the throat like the urge to sing sonnets. It hits the head like inspiration.
Where did you get it?
Tastes like Różycka. You know, the booze from the butcher's shop.
I know, so it's kosher. What are you going to do about Max?
Nothing pleasant, that's all I can promise. He wanted to pull a fast one on me, but it ain't gonna happen.
So is this the last page of our story?
No way. To be continued. And everyone in Warsaw is emptying their wallets because they have to know how all this ruckus will end. Wiktor, what do you think about me? Really?
Why do you ask all of a sudden?
Stop hedging, you're pissing me off.
Abaurycy, you do not fit into any pattern I know. You're too complex.
Are you flirting with me? No offense, but it won't work out. You're not my type. But enough talking for now. Let's drink. To friendship, Wiktor. To being squared up.
Why do you torment our family? What are you hoping to get out of it? And how the hell did you get the keys to our house?
Dear Ligia, please try to understand that it was your brother who brought these dark clouds down upon your family. I'm just trying to disperse them without bloodshed. If you don't resist, I give you my word that no harm will come to your sister. Shall we?
No, Chief. We'll finish this here.
I didn't receive an invitation, so I decided to drop in on my own. After all, today is a Szulski family holiday.
Mr. Niedziec, Warsaw will get rid of 2 pests today.
Wanna share any other fantasies? Don't worry about the broken window pane, Wiktor. I'll deduct it from the 5 rubles you still owe.
I won't beg for mercy, if that's what you were hoping for.
I loaded my piece today. Just say the word, and the balding prick will lose the other half of his face.
Niedziec, loyal to the end, like a dog, like his father. Are you going to let this mongrel deprive you of the pleasure? Will you leave my fresh corpse to your sister as a gift? Blood soaks into stone for many long years. A unique birthday gift. Yes, you're a born murderer after all. What are you waiting for?
I'm not waiting.
Wiktor.
What now?
No one can find out. We have to get rid of him.
Why, you'll be the protagonist of my next poem.
It doesn't even show.
I could help you more.
No, it's your birthday.
Rest in peace, Chief.
There was a man, and now the man is no more. See, Wiktor? If I put my mind to it, I can do a little magic myself. Did someone die again and needs to be buried?
We've decided about our future. It's time to look my enemies in the eye and appreciate those who stand with me. I need to see certain things through to the end.
Well, our Wiktor, all grown up.
I'll come back for you once it's all over.
Be careful.
Good luck, brother.
You can do it.
All right, Wiktor. Move on to what's really interesting.
Which is?
Abaurycy and Wiktor remain friends, and together they spread terror throughout the bars of Warsaw. With my charisma and your money.
Fine, Abaurycy. I think they got it. That's enough.
But you will come for some booze later, right? Don't forget.
I will. Go now.